Yeah, okay, hello everyone, and today I want to continue again to practice speaking and reading in English. And for topic for today is what if I don't know the answer? Kevin, hey, hey Kevin, what's up? Kevin, I'm preparing for a technical interview. Nice. When is it? Next week. Are you ready? Not really. Why? I'm worried they'll ask me something I don't know. That's possible. That's not very encouraging. I'm being honest, so what should I do? Learn how to handle questions you don't know. You mean I should prepare every possible question? That's impossible. Then what can I prepare? You can prepare how to think. What do you mean? Interviewers don't only want to know what you remember. What else do they want to know? They want to know how you approach problems. So even if I don't know the answer, you can still show your reasoning. Can you give me an example? Sure, okay. Imagine the interviewer asks you about something you've never used. What should I say? Be honest. You say, I don't know. You can say that, but don't stop there. What should I add? Explain what you do know. For example, suppose they ask you about a technology you've never used. Okay, you could say I haven't worked with that technology directly. Then I've mainly worked with PHP and Laravel. Okay, but based on what I know, I believe it is used for. So I'm showing what I understand exactly, and then you can say I'd be interested in learning more about it. That sounds much better than just saying I don't know exactly. What if they ask me something about PHP and I still don't know? Same principle. Be honest, yes. Explain what I know, yes. Then explain how I'd find the answer exactly. Would that really make a difference? A big difference. Let's practice. Okay, pretend you're the interviewer. Sure, ask me something. What is dependency injection? Mm, you don't know? I know the general idea, but I'm not confident about the exact definition. Good. Continue. I believe dependency injection is a way of providing an object with the dependencies it needs instead of creating those dependency direct inside the object. That's a good answer. Really? Yes. But I wasn't completely sure. You didn't pretend to know everything. And I explained what I understood. Exactly. Okay, ask me another one. What is middleware in Laravel? Middleware is something that can filter or inspect an HTTP request before it reaches the application logic. Good. For example, authentication middleware can check whether a user is logged in. Exactly. I actually know that one. Good. Ask me something harder. What is the difference between authentication and authorization? Authentication is about checking the user is, and authorization it's about checking what the user is allowed to do. Excellent. What's actually not too difficult? See, maybe I'm more prepared than I thought. Now let's make it harder. Go ahead. What is the database normalization? Take your time. I know it has something to do with organizing database tables. Good start. But I don't remember all the normal forms. That's okay. I will say that normalization is a technique for organizing data to reduce unnecessary duplication and improve data consistency. That's a reasonable answer. Even that I didn't explain every normal form, you don't have to if they didn't ask. That's true. What if the interviewer keeps asking deeper questions that keep explain what you know? What if I reach the limit of my knowledge? Say so. Something like I'm not sure about that part exactly. And then you can explain how you will investigate it. For example, I haven't encountered that situation before, so I will check the documentation and investigate how it works. That's honest and professional. I think my biggest fear is looking stupid. Why? Because I'm applying for a developer position. Are you applying for a senior position? No. Then don't expect yourself to know everything. I'm applying for a junior role, exactly. So they should expect me to have gaps in my knowledge, yes. But they also want to see whether I can learn, exactly. But if I make a mistake while answering, correct yourself. Even during the interview, yes, for example, you could say, actually, let me correct that. Then give the correct answer, exactly. Wouldn't that make me look less confident? No way, because recognition mistakes shows an awareness. That's true. But if I completely misunderstanding the questions, ask for clarification. Is it okay? Of course. Well, what should I say? Could you clarify what you mean by that? Or what do you mean the difference between these two approaches? So I shouldn't just guess. Exactly. Because I may answer a completely different big question. That's why clarification is important. I think I usually panic when I don't immediately know the answer. It's normal. How do I stop doing that? Pause. Just pause. Yes. When the interview think I'm stuck, a few seconds of thinking is completely normal, so I don't have to answer immediately. Correct. I can say, let me think about that for a moment. Exactly. That's useful. You don't need to rush. What else? Think out loud when appropriate. What does that mean? Explain your reasoning step by step. Even if I haven't reached the final answer, yes, why? Because the interviewer can see how you approach the problem, so they can evaluate my thinking. Exactly. Let's try a coding questions. Okay, give me one. Suppose you have an array of number and need to find the largest number. Okay, how will you solve it? First, I check the whether the array is empty. Good. If it's not empty, I keep track of the largest value while going through the array. Continue. For each number, I compare it with the current largest value, and if it's larger, I replace the current largest value. Good. Then after checking all the numbers, I return the largest value. Exactly. Excellent. That wasn't as scary as I expected because you explained your thought process. I didn't immediately write code, and that's okay. I explained the algorithm first. Exactly. I could write the code. Yes, I think I understand now. What did you learn? I don't need to know every answer. Good. I need to stay calm. Yes, understand the questions. Yes, explain what I know exactly, and be honest about what I don't know. Perfect. I'm still nervous about my interview, and that's okay, but I'm less afraid now. Good. That's what I remember before the interview. Take a breath, okay? Listen carefully, okay? Don't rush, okay? Think before you answer, okay? And if you don't know something, yes, easily. Keep learning always. Thanks, you're welcome. Wish me luck. Good luck, Kevin. I'll do my best. That's all you need to do. One question at a time. Yeah, one question at a time. One problem at a time. Of course, one problem at a time. And one interview at a time. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Um, I have you. I hope you can have your first job in the software development. Good luck. and thank you in this next time.